1000%. You know, I mean, that's what it is. You know, it's just...
Because sometimes you have them when you go, oh, wow, I should have thought about it this way or that way.
Yeah.
If it makes you ask certain questions.
Well, but that's what it is. I mean, it just puts you in... There, it's always like, there's always a great question, which is like, what if? And then, you know, when you say that, what if I was in this situation? You know, what if I had a person who behaved like that with me? What if I didn't have money? What if? And, you know, and then it kind of opens up your imagination. But I think that's what it is. You're always learning about. That's why I think it's important. You have to be more active in what kind of stories you want to tell, and because eventually it becomes more about, well, not just me, but like, why is this movie important? What's my role in it? You know, how am I of service to a situation? And then it becomes a much bigger thing.
Thank you.
Hi.
Good.
Hi, here.
Questions here, yeah.
Here.
Up there, yeah.
Hello, I just wanted to ask you, like, how's coming back in Romania? I know it's like an ordinary question or something, but I want to know how's your feeling about Romania and plans for Romania.
I mean, I think that it's. I think it's going to be 2 days from now that I'm going to really, when I have to go back home, that when I'm back there, it's going to really kind of hit me all at once, because there's been so many things to do here, so I haven't had a moment to kind of like digest everything. But then once I'm going to have a moment, then it's really going to kind of sink in. But like I said, it's overwhelming in a good way, like in a really great way, because I always think about how much more stuff I have to get done and how much further I am from things I need to achieve. And it's like coming back here in a way kind of slowed me down and was like, hey, like, maybe your life is great the way it is. You should be grateful for that and not keep thinking of things as another notch on your belt. You know, maybe you should just take a moment and be okay with where you are. You know, so that was a very good feeling for me.
Și pentru că tu cu mama ta vorbești în română, am să te întreb acum în limba română ce îi vei povesti mamei tale despre România.
Mami, m-am întors și sunt întreg. Oamenii acolo sunt foarte mișto. Nu, ce o să-i spun, ar fi bine să mergem împreună, pentru că da, adică părinții mei, adică mama mea a fost aici chiar în Constanța acum, cred că în noiembrie, octombrie anul trecut, dar mi-ar place să mă întorc cu ea, dar ar fi foarte fain, totuși.
Foarte bună idee. Next question. Wow. Here.
Do you have any a message for the teenagers who want to be actors or artists in general?
Do I have any message for the teenagers who want to be actors or artists in general? Okay, I think you know, you have to be very careful who you surround yourself with and what you put in, you know, what you put in your mind every day, you know, because if you're gonna compare yourself to certain people you see online, or you're gonna, you know, spend time looking at what other people are doing on Instagram and all that stuff, like it's gonna be a lot harder, you know. But I'm just saying you can do that. I just think, like, if this is what you want to do, you should think of it as like, you know, like I'm going to go for it and I'm going to learn everything I can about it, you know, and go read books about it and go watch movies about it, and, you know, surround yourself with people that are supportive, that are not going to tear you down. I mean, that's the whole thing.
And now the second man here with a question, please.
Here.
One more.
Hello, Sebastian. My name is Alexander, and I'm an actor here in Romania. You are really a great model and an inspiration. My dream is to move in America and I wanted to ask you for an advice for for an actor who just moved in America.
Okay, but
Sorry.
no, it's good. No, I was very lucky, okay, because like I think, you know, I came there when I was very young, and you know, I became much more Americanized. But I think, like, again, I would say, if you're from here, and which I feel like they're great actors in Romania, and I bet you guys probably work and study way harder than a lot of people in America who claim to be actors, and I feel like you probably have a lot more discipline and are well more educated and well read and all those things. I feel like if you're not trying to be like anybody else and you're just being who you are and you're like, this is me, and you know, the more confident and you know, courageous you are and the things that set you apart in a way, then I think that's going to be good. You know, if you're Romanian, you're there and you're like, I'm hungry like everybody. No, you got to go to New York. I mean, LA is, you know, the sun is great, but no one knows what to do in the sun, I mean, you know, for too long. I mean, New York, at least, even if you're not working in New York, all you got to do is just go outside and be pissed off, and it'll be better, you know. But yeah, I would, and then also, I think now it's such a global world, it's such a global market. I think that there's great agents in, you know, Europe and that are even better sometimes. I think that look for material in a better way, you know. So I would be more curious about who in Europe you could connect with first before going there, you know?
Here, please. Thank you. Here.
Yeah. Yes.
On the stairs. On the stairs.
On the stairs, yeah.
If you could choose another Marvel character to play, who would you choose?
Captain America.
Groot. I would love someone to pay me millions of dollars to go to set and say the same line over and over. I am Groot.
Thank you.
You please.
Hi. First, it's apparently National Superhero Day back in the States, so happy National Superhero Day to
Wow.
one of the best superheroes.
Well, I appreciate that. In that sense, I should pass it on to our big day out, the real superheroes in this situation. I wish there was a day for that. Also, can I just borrow 30 seconds? Only I need to point out 3 other superheroes that are sitting here in the front. And these 3 girls, can you just stand up for 5 seconds, please? These 3 girls, I'm just going to embarrass them for 30 seconds. I mean, they started our Big Day Out fundraiser. They're the ones that raised on their own 23,000 pounds for our Big Day Out. And I just wanted to say that. Thank God, because of social media, as much as, you know, otherwise we never would have met. And so anyway, back to your question. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. What are the biggest similarities you see between yourself and Jeff Galooly and yourself and Bucky Barnes?
They want to kill your face.
Accept them.
I mean, you know, I think, you know, this movie to me was about obsession in a way, and it had everybody was obsessed with either another person or an idea or, you know, some concept that if I do this and if I get that, then everything's going to be okay, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll be this. So I feel like, you know, I can equally get obsessed with something, you know, and so I understand someone who's obsessed, I guess, in a way, and it doesn't matter, you know, it doesn't matter what they do. I mean, yes, it does in terms of when you're measuring people, but if you're playing a character who, let's say, is not doing good things, right, and you're understanding something, then maybe you can kind of start finding a way in. So maybe obsession, I understood in a way. And then with, you know, the Bucky Barnes character, you know, is about a person who's trying to accept their past and grow with it. And I think that, again, that's another thing we all deal with all the time, you know, like not everybody has a great past, and there's things that happen that you've hurt someone, or you've done something, or they've done something to you, and you're trying to get over it, and you're trying to start life all over again, and so that's relatable, you know?
Sebastian, do you ice skate?
Absolutely not. Because the problem is, I think when I fall, like I think like a little kid's gonna come and then slash my wrist.
Don't do it. No.
Yes.
So, Yasu, we came from Greece.
Wow. Yes.
So,
Kalimera.
Kalimera. So my question is, if you could, like, destroy anything in the world, but in a good way, like to stop the poor people, or to stop the hunger, or to stop the wars, what would you do?
I could destroy anything in the world.
Come on, you play Winter Soldier. You
Yes.
destroy everything.
Yeah, this is when we get into interesting topics.
Infinite stones.
Money? No. Right? I don't know about that. Well, that's debatable.
Wars.
As you know, I started today.
Cancer, right? I mean,
Diseases.
Can we get rid of that? Correct? Expectations. I mean, there's just a whole list.
Mental illness.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh yeah.
Hi, over here. Hi. So I want to ask you, what's the craziest... sorry, nervous. What's the craziest thing that you've ever done preparing for a role?
I think, I went to Starbucks with this mustache. And I try to order a coffee in that voice with the mustache. And they looked at me really, really disturbed. So maybe that, I guess, I don't know. Anything with this mustache was pretty disturbing, I guess.
Oh, it was
Avem nevoie de microfoane și aici în față, pentru că n-au mai ajuns de mult și sunt foarte multe ridicate.
Oh, sorry, I'm really nervous. I just wanted to ask something about one of your older characters, TJ Hammond. I wanted to ask how you prepared for that role. And I have a second question as well.
By making out with men on Saturday. On set. No, but really, we were shooting on Saturday. No, I mean, again, it didn't matter what, it was another character that I felt was misunderstood, that I thought was trying to find themselves, and I always feel like I never stop trying to find myself. I think I'm always getting closer to certain things that feel right or so on, but I try not to always close the door on an issue. I always try to keep an open mind, and so, that character at the time was just something that came my way, and, I kind of felt, I don't know, compassion for that person, for that character.
My second question is, what can you tell us about your upcoming projects? More like, we have always lived in a castle. When will we get to see that?
Yeah, no, listen, that was a great experience. I was in Ireland. That's a phenomenal country. Dublin was fantastic. It's a great story, but again, it's out of my hands. I don't know how much longer. I think they wanted to. It was a difficult movie, and they wanted to edit it a certain way, and I hope that's going to come out sooner than later, but maybe on Netflix or something. They should figure that out. But it remains to be seen. Yeah. Who's that?
Hi. Hello.
You have the microphone. Okay.
So, hello from Turkey, since everyone is saying their country.
Which is really nice.
So, my question is about another character, Clea Puzo.
Oh, right.
I'm lining up here. So there was this line of him in which he said, the fear of irrelevancy rather than the fear of death, which is important to him. What do you think about that? Do you relate to that?
No, of course. I think irrelevance is a very scary thing. you can't let that dictate your life, you know. I mean, that character was very obsessed by that idea, you know. It's very fatalistic and nihilistic in a way, you know, and sometimes that gets portrayed in a very romantic way, you know, but it's not really, you know, it's actually kind of selfish too if you think about it. So it depends on how you look at it, you know. The ego is like a really terrifying thing, you know. It's amazing because it can really push you to lengths, but if you just live by that, you're going to die by that.
Please. Hi. I'm here.
Still the queen.
You remember me, yeah. I want to say that my dream came true today when I saw you, and my question is, sorry for my English. What is your big dream came true when you become famous?
What is my big dream that came true?
Yeah, when you become famous.
I don't know if my dream has come true yet.
What is your dream?
I mean, you know, I know that's kind of crazy and weird, and you know, but I'm still. I don't want to say, you know, I still feel like there's many parts to that dream. You know, I still feel like, you know, my dream one day would be to. I don't know. To be able to make this happen every weekend or something. I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe I could do that one day. I don't know. You know, if you imagine owning a studio in Romania. I don't know. And then like getting to make movies that you want to make and you know that you can't make over there. I mean, there's a million things. But I think I'm a little closer, hopefully, in that regard.
The third man with a question.
I really wanted to ask you how it's going in Wakanda.
Oh, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
And where are you from, please?
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. That's amazing. Do you live here or no?
Yeah, I was born here.
You were born here. Amazing. Okay. Wakanda is like this great place. Do you guys know that people went online looking for Wakanda?
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? We need a Wakanda in our life because we're destroying everything else. So, you know, that's what it was. It was just, for that character, it was like the first time, you know, he finally finds his family again, so to speak.
And have you been given any fake Infinite War scripts?
Yes, I maybe have, but I still can't talk about it because then I don't know if they are fake or not, you know.
You're from Poland.
Joe Pesci's in the movie.
There.
I'm joking, he's not.
Hello, my name is Sandra and I want to ask you a question. What is your endeared memory from here, from our country? Like from your best memory from here.
My best memory from here?
Yeah.
Evoluția. Unde ai fost tu până ce? 99. Nu, Revoluția, da.
Carito.
Da, man, dar nu știu că if this was my best memory, it was also my scariest, you know, because like, I remember that it was, and when I was a little kid, like at the time I was very little, and I thought it was exciting because the TV was on all day and all night, and the only other time that ever happened was at New Year's. So in a way, it was like a very special thing, but I didn't quite understand what was happening, you know. And then when I was watching the news, and then my grandparents were letting me see a little by little, then it was very scary. But you know, I just had I loved playing outside. I don't know, that was the thing. I had these friends and I would play outside all the time, and it was very simple, you know, games. And I didn't have an iPad or anything, you know. It was great.
Dacă Mihaela și Ion ne văd undeva online, îi rugăm să îmi scrie mie și să-i găsim.
Ion, yeah, exactly.
I saw this video on the Ellen show where you were dancing.
That was here. That was here, yeah. My mom liked to have me do things in front of strangers.
Impressions.
Yeah, impressions. I don't know what she's talking about, but Yeah, that was him.
Va fi clar pentru toată lumea că favorizez bărbații. Te rog.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Christian, and I'm from Constanța.
Oh, wow.
Same hood, I can say that.
Yes.
And from this fall, I'm gonna go to New York to study acting.
Wow, amazing, man.
And thank you. My God, and I thought maybe you can give some advice, not just to me, but to some aspiring actors here who want to have an international career.
International career. And you're moving to New York, or you?
Yes.
You're moving to New York. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a great place. I mean, that's like, you know, I would, yeah, that's the place to go. I think if you're gonna go in America, to be honest, I mean, if you can, if you're lucky to go. But I would say, you know, yeah, maybe, you know, how old are you? Sorry.
21.
21?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. It's a great age. No. Just be, you know, be very selective with where you go, you know, where you go study, who you listen to, and, you know, there's a lot of people that always want to say, like, this is the way to do things, you know, this is how to teach you, and this is what you're supposed to do, and you know, take what makes sense to you, but don't always think that it has to be one person's right over the other, you know. I think that was my hardest. When I was 21, I was trying to learn acting. I was just trying to get it right all the time. I was like, I wanted to be right. And it's like, it's not about right or wrong. It's more about what makes sense to you, and it's going to be very different than other people. So it's like about that self, you know, like gut check, knowing like, okay,
yes,
makes sense.
Guys,
I've already got a second.
Last two questions
Here,
now.
here.
Hello.
Last two.
Well,
yes.
My question is, what's the hardest part about acting / pursuing an acting career?
It's probably, you know, some days you just want to quit. You want to give up. You want to be done with it. You know, some days you're just exhausted and you don't want to do it. But it's okay to not want to do it. You know, for a day, and then the next day you get up and you do it again.
Hello, se van todos para allá.
Here too. I wanted to ask you if you always planned to be an actor, or did you have a second option maybe?
No, I never had a second option. I mean, I always wanted to. I really like, you know, like science and astronomy, and you know, physics and stuff like that. But I don't know, something when I was 15 and then I found my way into this, that's when it made sense, and then I never questioned it again. But I also never wanted to have a backup, because if you have a backup, then you're safe, and then if you're safe, you don't really go where you don't want to go.
Sebastian, thank you so much for spending here.
Thank you guys. Mulțumesc la toată lumea care a venit în tot Europa, China, peste tot.
Can I take a selfie with you?
Yes, but here's the problem. I really have to pee.
Oh my. Sí, pero tengo que mear. Muy bien. Parece muy bonito.